there's some very interesting trends that are happening, and one of them is that the function of the transcoder is transforming. Might be the best way to put it. It used to be transcoder was pretty simple. You took a file in, you took a bit stream in, you output some assortment of resolutions, and and then a product like your original product, the packager, would take that, package it up, and make it available for streaming, right?
Right. Yeah.
Now it seems like a lot of these functions are kind of merging, or they're sort of blending together, such that the transcoder's almost as much of a router, a signal router, as it is literally a file transformer. And so maybe you can give us the perspective from your customer base. How is how do you guys think about this as you have an origin product? You have your shield, you've got the packager, you have, that's a part of the transcoder, I guess. You have your video to text products. So, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So first of all, the transcoding solution, it's a kind of drop-in component on the origin. So we just kind of plug and play. You install the right microservice and you're ready to go. It's fully integrated in the existing product, in the UI. It does auto scaling in the cloud. It distributes the load among multiple servers if you have multiple servers. So that's a quite good add-on to the product. And as you mentioned, in the past it was let's say offline VOD transcoding. Of course, we support VOD offline transcoding, but what we saw from our customers is cost reduction is very important, and more important than ever, I think. Therefore we also added some new products in the transcoding space. I know that we're the only one, but like for example, just-in-time transcoding for VOD. We did some calculations based on customers, and they can save roughly 50 to 60% of the storage, meaning also 50-60% of the storage cost. And the way how we do that is mainly, for example, for VOD or also for MPVR. We only keep the highest profile on the storage, and we repackage the ABR profiles on the fly. So the highest profile takes often the highest storage space. So in that way, we can save 50 to 60% of storage. And then sometimes we get a question from customers like, okay, you save on storage, but don't you lose that on transcoding power? And two things. First of all, with the NETINT cards, we can talk about figures later, but first of all, with the NETINT cards, we can achieve quite a high performance, transcoding performance at a low cost. That's one. And also, we do it in a kind of efficient way. For example, for MPVR, typically the first 12, sometimes even 36 hours are the most popular. So we keep the old profiles for 2 or 3 days, whatever we configure, and only after 3 days, then we remove the lowest profiles. So in that way, we don't lose performance or transcoding power compared to storage space. So these are two optimizations we've done in that space.
Yeah, amazing. Now, are most of your clients deployed in public cloud? Is it in, cloud, but their own cloud, their own data centers, or is it all on-prem? What does the architecture look like?
It's a bit of a combination. What we see at the large telcos, typically a lot is on-prem. Although we see a clear shift in towards public clouds. This is definitely a shift we see. Smaller broadcasters typically run fully in cloud. So that's why it is quite easy to spin up. The Scalstrm solution as such is microservice, so we can spin it up in on-prem, Kubernetes, public cloud, private cloud. But the same is valid for transcoding. And these days, if you look at the most popular cloud vendors, they also have NETINT cards available for selection. And then this makes it quite powerful that we can just spin up instances. If they need more power, we just spin up an extra instance, kind of auto scaling in the cloud.
Yeah, I assume you're referencing, for example, like Akamai on
Correct.
Linode. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So so this is really fascinating. The edge has been talked about for years, and just-in-time encoding and transcoding has also been talked about for years.